All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on this because I really, can't tell what the future holds for me. So I just wanted to overall get this out of my system because it's something that's been, occupying space in my brain for a while now. And I wanted to talk on will there ever be a day will there ever be a day where I quit content creating and disappear pretty much? Because I know when I do quit content creating, I know that day. See, that's the thing, though. I'm saying, I know that day will never happen, but like I said, I can't tell what happens in the future. So I would like to hope and think if I were to quit content creating, that it would just be a break. It won't be, no official quitting and stuff. Like, I just call it quits altogether and never return. Because the thing is how I see it is that there's a lot of, people that I can help with my platform. So that's overall what I'm aiming for. But I just overall think that there's going to be something in this world that just, it mentally destroys me. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Like right now, honestly, I just feel like that there's going to be a day where I do a video and I'm like, mentally right now, I'm not in the right place and I got to go. And I just leave it at that. And then you guys don't hear from me. And it's like, I'm sitting here thinking it's going to probably be a long time. Because, the thing is if I do something like that, I want to come back as a different person. Obviously, I still would be carrying on with the TMossBoss name and maybe not. I don't know. I might change it or something if I come up with something else. But the thing is if I do leave, I want to come back as the strongest form that I can possibly come back as. And that's the thing where it's I'm trying to avoid heartbreaks at all costs, but I feel like I'm just putting myself right back in that circle of life. And I feel like it's going to probably be something like that where it's a heartbreak that just, I feel like I've gotten so close and then it's going to be the same situations all over again. And I think that's what's going to honestly, be the final punch and stuff in my career. And it's gonna send me out, and I'm like, I really don't want that to happen because I do feel like that I'm somewhat getting better, with the not with content creating, with the stuff that I'm doing, but just getting better with pushing myself to be a content creator. Because I tell you, there's days where I'm just depressed and I'm just laid out in bed and I don't even want to record. There's at times where I'm having to force myself to stream. And I tell you, man, depression, it is honestly the worst thing that I possibly can deal with in my whole life. I had to say I started thinking about the times when I wasn't depressed. But that's the thing where I'm all it feels like I feel like depression I'm putting in my mind where it's I've been depressed my whole life. I had to say I've had some moments in my life where it did seem depressing, but it wasn't I go to sleep, I'll wake up, I'll be perfectly fine next day. And it just seemed in high school, it destroyed me. Depression when it entered into me, because I always looked at depression where it was just all it's whatever. I don't care about that. It's it ain't gonna do nothing to me. Then when it does, and it's oh, this is what it feels like. Where it's you could be it could be the most sunniest day of all time, beautiful outside. You hear the birds chirping. It's just amazing things that's happening around you and stuff. But you feel that you're in the middle of of rains, of a storm, right? You just feel you're in the middle of a storm and it's just raining. There's clouds around you, fog, all of that. And that's honestly what I feel 24/7. I feel the darkest cloud of all time. And it's you want to look at stuff like that. It's a beautiful thing. It's nature. It's it's life. It's it's a living. It's that's planet Earth. And I'm I'm looking at it. It's that's I'm fam. Life is confusing. I'm going to tell you that right now. Life is confusing because you don't I feel people know what they want in life, but then at the same time, it's like, do you really know what you want in life? Like, cause you're working so hard for something, right? But it's like it's not for you, and you won't know that until like it's actually told. But it's like you done put all this work into chasing after something, into going after something, and just to find out that it's like it's not for you. So then you just like with me, I'm like, man, that's where I'm at in life right now, where it's like I'm chasing after things and I don't know whether or not it's for me or not. So I'm just like I feel like I've been in I think I've said that before, where it's like I just feel like I'm like in a stuck part of my life where like, I just don't know where to go. Like I'm just like I'm stuck in the middle of a crowd and there's just people surrounding me and I'm like I just don't know where to go. So it's like, and I think I'm making progress, but I just feel like I just go deeper and deeper and deeper of just this like, just this area of life where it's like there's no answers. There's no like, well, where are the words? It's like no like form of life in that aspect of life. Like you're it's like you think you're alone, but it's like I know there's other people out there that's dealing with the same stuff, and then it's like a part of me is all like, oh no, it's like you're the only one that feels like this. It's like no, it's like you're the only one. There's people out there where it's like they can eat their depression up and stuff and go and be able to record a crap ton of videos or be able to do something and focus on their dreams and goals. Because I'm saying it's like I see like when people when they like become like the best versions of themselves, like when I see that, it's a crazy thing to see because it's all like, man, I want that. It's like, or if you see like relationships forming up and it's like, man, I want that. It's like the things I want in life and it's like, it's not here. And I'm like, did I do something wrong? Did I like, am I going in the opposite direction? Like I just, and it's sad sometimes to think like that because I'm like, fam, like I just want, a normal life. I feel like this life ain't normal, but I'm like, I can't be wrong about that. It can't be normal. Maybe it's, it's meant for me to, go through all of this. Like, but I'm like, dang, man, like how long is it gonna last? So that's why it's like a part of me is like right now, like I know people are probably like, where am I at in life right now? Content creating, I'm setting goals for myself with content creating. Like that's like a goal that I set for streaming is that I want to play and beat every Call of Duty video game that I can get, like whether it's like Steam or anywhere else. So yeah, there's that. I'm trying to like, do more with like YouTube with like recording videos, but I'm also trying not to, get no copyright or not copyright, but guideline strikes. So trying to just find something that I can like settle with on there and just be able to do it like, over and over and over again and stuff. So there's that. Love, I know people are gonna probably ask me like where am I at with the love life. There is a girl that, and it just honestly it seems like it's just the same stuff all over again. So that's I just feel like it's like love life is non-existent, but who knows, let's see what the future holds for me when it comes to that. But it's tough, man. Like, honestly, it's tough. Like, sitting here, and it's like you thinking you've made progress from, like, 2 years ago, but it's like, really, it's just you've stepped out of the fire. Now you're just kind of near the heat and stuff. Like, you can still feel it. It's not like you're not, like, smack dead in the middle of it no more. It's like you just moved a little bit. You've advanced a little bit and stuff in the flames. But I honestly don't feel like I'm outside the fire. I feel like I'm like still in, but it's just I'm not in the core part of it and stuff. Like I'm just like in the outer part and things. So yeah, man, I'm like mentally where I'm at right now. It's like I honestly do think that people from time to time, like you do need mental breaks. You need to be able to just like take breathers, like just be able to chill. Like that's one thing where it's there's people that I talk to where it's like they talk on like a therapist, and I'm like, I don't know, like that's something that I've thought of, I've considered it, but I'm like it's something where I'm like I shouldn't have to. That's like where it's like me being like selfless again, where it's like I really don't want to put my conscience on this therapist, like on their, brain and stuff. I'm like, it's a part of me is like, I want to see what it's like and see what comes out of all of it. But then again, it's like I just remember when I was in middle school, and I remember I think I had problems with a teacher, and they went and told me to go see a counselor, and it's like sitting there talking with them and then not having nothing like being done about the situation. Because I was expecting the counselor. When I remember when people was telling me go see the counselor, I'm thinking, okay, this is the guy who's gonna get me about this classroom. So like that's the thing that I don't want to do is like I go see a therapist and I'm expecting them to take my problems away. And it's like, oh, and it's not even like to like trash on the therapist, or it's not to like talk bad on like therapy or any of that stuff, but like I don't want to go there with the impression like they're going to take my, depression away. They're going to take my, problems away and all that stuff, because I'm like, that's not for them to do. And it's just like with that counselor in middle school. It wasn't in his place of business to take me out of a classroom. All he just, was there to do is just hear what I had to say about all this, the whole situation. But yeah, me and that teacher, we had beef, man. Like, we legit, it got to the point where I had to go see the school counselor. Like, so I guess, like, that was that, being able to just sit down and talk about my problems. But I'm like, fam, like, I could do that right here. Like, I could sit down and talk about my problems right here and stuff. It's hard because, even with doing this, it's like, I want to give you guys entertainment. Like, I want to give you guys, like, just an entertainment aspect. So that's why it's like a part of me is trying to do, like, a little bit more edgier videos and stuff to see where I go with that, where it's all like, okay, let me make myself nervous again about content creating, right? Like, let me get that feeling again about content creating, because I just, right now, I don't know what I feel when it comes to content creating. And I just feel like I'm like kind of, in a bad spot with it. So that's why, like, that's why I'm doing this episode, to just let y'all know, like, if there, I guess if there is ever a day where I do make a video, or if I make a podcast episode or a post saying like, I gotta go because right now, like, I'm not in a good spot with, mentally with content creating and just mentally in life. Like, I do want to say, like, thank you to each and every person that has supported me. Thank you to each and every person that has shown love and support to, the stuff that I put out. Even if you couldn't, like, the fact that, that you thought about me and you thought about my content creating career, that's something where it's like, I don't expect people to think about me. I don't expect nobody to think about me. It's like when I think about it and stuff. So to have that, to have like, friends that care, because like, honestly, like, with content creating, like, to really be real with you guys, to have it where it's like you expect your family, like you have like all these like good memories with them, and then like the one time when you find like enjoyment in something, and then it's just so much bad memories from like, me getting into it with my parents, and then still to this day where it's like they don't even see what I'm doing as a job, like they don't take me serious. And I'm like, I got that weighing on my brain, and then I got a bunch of other things weighing in on my brain, and it's a lot. It's a lot on a person. And so like to have it where you guys, like, you was like there for me and stuff, like supporting the content that I had, even though like when I do the content, I just wasn't in the, right, like mental spot, because honestly, it's like thinking about it, it's like, I remember back in 2015 where it was like, none of that stuff was brought to my attention where they didn't support it. And it wasn't until 2016, I remember when they was all like, my family got me this job in Seattle, and it was like, and I had to say it was at that moment where I just like, I lost all the motivation for it. It was like where it was more so, yeah, when I started working in Seattle, and it was just like, dang, I got this job now, and I just ain't got time for content creating. Like, yeah, it was, it was that I had to say, like, that was it, and I just feel like that I haven't been right since, because like, and now I'm like, I'm trying to like gain the approval of, my family. I'm trying to gain the approval of friends, and I'm like, trying to make the best out of content creating. Like, honestly, like it's tough, man. Like, I honestly, I feel like an old man. Like, I look like an old man at times. I'm saying it's like it's hard. Like, it is, honestly, it's like one of the hardest things. It's like not even an aspect of like being an adult. Like, I know I can be an adult and things, but it's like when you trying to, like, I guess be your own adult, then that's when it just seems like it's just, mad hard to do that. But yeah, overall, I just wanted to, thank each and every person out there. And I'm probably gonna make a post about this too on social media, because I know not everybody listens to my podcast. So just to let anybody know, yeah, if there is ever a day where I do leave content creating, I wanted to let, like, and it's, I don't know, like, I might come back, but if not, then it honestly, like, the 12 years I was a content creator, like, developing as a content creator, just being able to, build that confidence of, like, recording and all that stuff, and then getting so much gear and equipment and strength, like, because that's the thing where it's like I've made it so far, I've invested so much, like, why would I turn back? But it's like, the thing is just, if you're not there mentally, like, physically you got all these things here, but, like, if you're not there mentally, it's like, how are you going to make this work? Like, how are you going to make this work if you are not there mentally? So that's why, like, with me, it's just, I really don't know what my position is, like, when it comes to all this stuff, but I do feel like that. And I know people are going to probably be like, bro, you just got to leave that love life stuff alone. And I'm like, I know I should, but if you guys, like, if you guys just know, like, not even, like, know me, but it's like, it's literally in a person's human nature when you crave that one thing. Because honestly, though, like, I feel like, me personally, if I had, like, a significant other, to, like, just have there for motivation, and it's not even in that person's, like, place, it's not in that in a person's place to, like, be there to have that motivation. But, like, if I was, if I did have, like, a significant other, and and she was, like, she supported me and all that stuff and was there for me and all that stuff, I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, I do feel like that would probably be a lot better when it came to content creating. But yeah, man, it's like, as of now, I'm like, when you just don't have that stuff, then yeah, it's tough, man. It's very, very tough. So I don't know. Let's see what the future holds for me. But if it doesn't hold a whole lot, then yeah, it was a good ride while it lasted. If I could do it all over again, I would, and just, I try to probably, like, double the amount of content to give you guys, because I just feel like that I didn't really give you guys a whole lot. It's like, there's, like, a part of me I don't even feel like you guys have really gotten to see and stuff. So I honestly feel like you guys only got to see, like, in the 12 years I've been a content creator, you guys honestly, I think, only seen the beginning of what I'm capable of, like, not what I'm actually capable of. So, and there's a lot that I want to give you guys, but if there's ever a day where I just quit, and, if I'm gone for a long period of time, or just gone forever, then hey, like, it was just, I guess it was just one of those things where it's like, maybe somebody else might finish off what I try to start, or I don't know, but yeah, it's just, it's tough right now, like, where I'm at with content creating. So let me end this episode before I get all emotional and bust down and out in tears and bust down. No, okay, hold on. Let me rewind that. Let me end the episode before I, bust out in tears and crap. Start crying, and I ain't trying to do no crying episode, but I feel like that's, about to happen and stuff. So let me just go ahead and call this episode, call it a night, with this. So anyways, thank you guys for hearing me out. Yeah, hopefully things get better, but talk to y'all later. Thank you guys, and peace.